I'm gonna keep on checking on you, you, you. I'm gonna keep on checking on you, you, you. I'm gonna keep on checking on you, you.
And we're here. What's going on, everybody? We apologize for the lateness. There were some things that were goings on that needed to be attended to, but we is in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Tuesday tea. And here we are. I'm not sure what's tea today, but we'll see. Oh my goodness. Did we set the rooms? Uh, I don't know. Is this going to be an open house? I'm not sure. I thought we set the room. Did we set the rooms? Hey, what's going on, Janae? Hey, Miss Green. Salute. We got our girl Never in the building. Never, ever, ever, ever. Listen to me. I heard all about it, and yeah. Like that story wasn't even necessary. That story wasn't even necessary. Hi. Is this Eastern Standard Time? Well, here we are. We're here. So welcome. Okay. That's an interesting name. Hello. Joey Los Angeles, what's going on? Okay, we got a lot of people that have left comments. Our girl Myrna, hey, what's up? Hey Jojo, for those of you who don't know, we kind of ran over on Set in the West, and we had to make the turnaround. I'm not gonna lie, I had to stop and get a little something to eat because my eating schedules have been off lately. What's going on, Brandon? Hey, A. Reed. What's going on, Kimi? Yeah, so I believe. Oh, you over there in the Bali. Hopefully you didn't have to leave on the midnight plane. You like the instrumentals here? Well, awesome. I'm glad you do. Our number one producer for the Jaguar Wright effect. He be putting it down. He be doing that, creating that vibe. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you for that. Rainy day reading. Okay. Interesting name. Oh, sweetheart, like there's so much. Oh my goodness, hold on. Listen to me. I hear you, Harry Joe, but I promise you, she'll never come out. She'll never come out. I don't know why, but
well, if Tyler Perry allegedly came out, what was up with that? Did Tyler Perry really come out the closet?
No, he didn't come out the closet. What he did do was create a big snafu, which made him look like he looked.
What you mean? Break it down.
Didn't we already talk about this? I could have swear to God we did, but just in case, let's recap. He has a deposition coming up, and he said that the only way that he would participate in the deposition is if he didn't have to answer any questions about his orientation or if he's ever, tasted the rainbow.
Okay.
Which is crazy, because if you've never done those things, you shouldn't have a problem answering those questions.
Exactly. I was about to say. So he didn't come all the way out the closet.
I mean, I think he cracked open the door and people started grabbing at the knob, and I think he's pulling at the other side of the knob, and it's kind of like a tug in the war with the knob on the door, and then R. Kelly's just gonna and he was in the closet. Oh wow, I'm sorry. Yeah, see, no, now I know we didn't set the room. I don't know who this B Sand person is, but do yourself a favor. Save your
Oh,
insults for somebody who actually gives a crap.
I got him.
Oh, he, I was about to zap him. Did you zap him?
Yeah, I got him.
Oh,
I got him. Banned.
it's so funny. Okay, yeah, we didn't set this room. People are mad. People are
Hmm.
mad, 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 mad about
Let me go. Let me go ahead and and
you know
and
what?
I,
Actually, no, 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 no. Because I want to address this. I just want to address this right quick. Okay, so we have a comment here that says Jaguar Wright is up in the world's business 24/7 laughing face emoji. So this is the thing. I'm sorry. Am I the only content creator on this construct that covers pop culture, industry, social issues? Am I the only one that does that?
no, you're not.
Got it. So I'm just trying to understand if so many other people do it, like it's wild. Um, I'm not artist enough. I'm not commentator enough. I'm not content creator enough. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm killing it over here in this area, then I need to go back to being an artist or being a singer, or you were never really that important as a singer, so then I need to go over here. Like it's just really interesting. The question is people have all of these things to say, and yet you're here. You're here. So clearly I'm doing something right. And on that note, we're gonna get you up out of here. We're gonna ban you and bye. Like it's really just that simple. You know what I've noticed though? A lot of people have been doing a lot of things to try to like get me in my feelings. Like it's listen, wait a minute. Exactly, Cheryl. A deposition is not an interview. But you know how it is. No, but have you been noticing that like that people have been trying to get up underneath my skin as of
Hmm.
late? And I
Hmm.
think a lot of people are having a hard time um dealing with the fact that yes, R. Kelly trapped in the closet. But seriously though, like people are so busy judging me, but nobody's busy paying attention to all the other stuff that's going on in the world. It's wild. It's just wild. But I guess that's a part of it. It comes along with it. Like I I look at all of the very real things, and I mean I would say that we're pretty transparent people.
Hmm.
Like we've created boundaries.
Of course, nothing wrong with being
For a while
transparent.
in my life there weren't a lot of boundaries.
Hmm.
And I mean, do I regret it? I don't know. I don't know if I regret not creating stronger boundaries when I first started coming online. Oh, excuse me.
Give thanks.
Whew. Thank you. Gratitude. But I don't even think I acknowledged how intrusive the internet was when I first came to the internet. So I actually I actually thought when I turned that button on or turned that button off that I was in control of everything that happened before and after. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I didn't see the go live and the in stream button. Like I didn't see it as having a ripple effect. It was just like I dealt with that in that moment. That moment's over, and now go to my life. It wasn't until I started, I'll never forget, right after I started going viral, I went to the store one day and this woman ran up on my car and was like, "Oh my God, I just want to tell you I love you. I
Hell
watch you
no.
all the time." And I'm like, "You keep doing what you're doing and you keep telling the truth." And I was like,
Hmm.
I didn't know what to think. And then after that, it was like, okay, I'm going to have to start managing how I deal with the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything became about only going to the store at this time, only, you know, it's wild because throughout all of my years of being a public figure, I never kept security like that.
Mm-hmm.
Never. I knew how to move. I knew where to go. I knew who to be around. I knew how to live. And I had so many people at one point in time that I trusted my life with. And I knew how to protect and defend myself. That's when I knew I had crossed the big ones. I crossed the big dogs. Because when they have the ability to start turning the people that at one point in time loved and cared about you against you, or getting them to be able to step back. Like, I don't know what's worse, somebody turning against you or somebody just standing out of the way and letting things happen. Never speaking up.
Peace.
Never
Peace.
saying it.
Hold on. I just want to say, you know Art. What's up, Art? Art.
Hey, Art, what's going on, bro?
Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all follow this good brother here, Art Newsto. Good
Yes.
brother, man. So
And
yeah,
please
man.
subscribe to his channel. And for those of you who don't know, if you've ever seen the cruelty-free chalk image of me on our cruelty-free sweatshirts, this is the artist who put that together. 555. So yeah, salute Art.
Art. No, not Art of Dialogue. Art Newsto. I'm gonna hit you up, bro. I already told you I've been busy, but I got you. I'm gonna hit you. No, he was sending
Yeah,
us
not Art
shout out.
Dialogue.
Yeah.
Art is a really awesome educator
Mhm.
and an artist who does these I guess you could say he does interviews where he sketches the person that he's talking to while he's doing the interview, and then at the end of the interview you have this portrait done by him. I believe he did mine in it was, what was the chalk from
Palo Santo.
Palo Santo. Yeah, he used the Palo Santo, and it is really, 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 really just beautiful. Really beautiful. So salute to him. But yeah, so where were we? Trust and the media and the effects in real life. That's what we were talking about, right?
Yep.
That's what I was talking about. Okay. So for me, I guess my whole point of saying all of that was, if in my space in life and in my space in the world, I can't expect complete loyalty and complete privacy, how does somebody like Tyler Perry expect it? Like, seriously, how does somebody like him not expect intrusion? And it's just kind of wild to me. Like I got people that sit online and talk all kinds of crazy stuff, make up all kinds of crazy stuff about me all day long. And at this point in time, I just let it rock. I just let them ride for the most part. It's like it's not even worth fighting over. I know it's not true. Anyone who gets to know me or pays any attention to me for real, should be able to know that it's not true. And it's just, yeah, let it be. Just yeah, I'm not doing it. So it's like, how is Tyler Perry just like, oh yeah, and even this business with Russell Simmons, like the judge is literally like demanding that he come to court
Mm-hmm.
from Bali, where they have no extradition treaty. They're still like on some, you gotta come.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how. I don't think he's going to get away with trying to skip out because, I mean, Cash Patel has been on one now. Cash Patel's been doing a hell of a job, so now it's really time to go get these Jeffrey, them people in them Jeffrey files.
Can we be honest? He's doing all of the stuff that he's doing, in my opinion, so he don't have to answer to why he's not getting anybody in these Jeffrey files.
Got it. No, you're
In
right.
my opinion.
You're right.
In my opinion.
Um,
And
well, I
it's
was gonna.
disappointing.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's disappointing.
The most wanted FBI fraudulence. And it's funny because it's like I literally had a vision of this, and there's a guy that Cash Patel. I mean, I thought they were not going to capture this guy, but this man is wanted by the FBI. Well, he was wanted. Let me say it in a proper tense, and let me show y'all who I'm talking about. This guy was wanted by the FBI. They say he defrauded the American people for what, $500 million or something, like some crazy medical fraud.
Family.
And he went off to Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Oh no, he's not. They're not gonna get him. They love him in Thailand. They protect him. Blah blah blah. Woo woo." Well, they got him. This just lets you know, the FBI will go snatch you from across the planet, on the other side of the planet. You think you're getting away. So Russell Simmons, if they're telling you, "Hey, you gotta come," don't ignore it.
They can get whoever they want to get. And that's the thing that I don't think people understand. They can get whoever they want to get. They can bring down whoever they want to bring down. They can do whatever they want to do. Like, they do what they want, when they want, how they want. So, I mean, congratulations to them. And, good luck, bro. Good luck, Brother Herbert. There's a lot of fraudsters apparently out here in the world. Like, for instance, I didn't know. We just found out something earlier today that we didn't know. Willie D.
Oh,
Are we going to talk about that? Is that not tea?
let's no. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so you guys, you know who Willie D is. I'm assuming out there. I'm assuming y'all know who Willie D is. Willie D is one of the original members and one of the existing members of the Ghetto Boys. This is Willie D. Some of you probably know him as an older gentleman now. He sits online all day, pushing out videos all day, pushing propaganda all day. He's from Houston, Texas. Yes, I make big money. I drive big cars. Everybody know me. It's like I'm a movie star. Yeah. And salute to Bushwick Bill.
Rest
I
in peace.
saw Bill right before he passed away. I saw Bill.
That's funny. I saw him too. He was in L.A. I believe Karis won. It was an event, and I got footage of it. Bill was cool, a little cool motherfucker.
He was. He's also a huge drunk.
Yeah. He was lit.
I never understood it. Watching him drink was it was like looking at the Discovery Channel. Because I'm sitting there like, how is this little dude pulling this off? Because he was for real, a little person.
Hmm.
Like that wasn't no game, that wasn't no joke. He's a little person. You know, I'm 5'5". Bill made it like to my breast line.
Hmm.
Like he's a little guy. He had a lot of attitude. You unsubscribe from his channel? Well, that might be a good thing. And I think a lot of people should think about unsubscribing from his channel. And I'm not saying that because he has over 1 million subscribers and I'm a hater, but it's just because of what we found out today.
I didn't know anything about this. This is on the FBI's website, of course, the archive site. Rapper Willie D sentenced in wire fraud scheme in November of 2010.
Yeah. Willie D is a federally convicted felon. Because the feds only do felonies. They don't do misdemeanors.
They sure as hell don't do infractions.
Yeah, he was stealing.
Well, according to FBI.gov, it says that he was sentenced to 12 months and 1 day in federal prison for a scam which he admitted to posing as an electronic salesman and using eBay to establish his credibility with international buyers. And once the buyers showed interest, Dennis, aka Willie D, directed the buyer outside of eBay to conduct the sales via email. Willie D will serve 3 years supervised release following completion of his prison term in order to pay damn near $200,000 in restitution.
Which is wild.
He said this went on from September of 08 to April of 09. And he was arrested in May of 09.
This is wild to me. Because for that kind of scam, as a black man in Houston, there's no way he should have got a year. And not only that, he didn't do no jail time.
Wait, they said he's supposed to do a year and a day. He didn't do nothing?
Did he?
I'm reading from the website. It says here he was sentenced to 12 months and a day. Let me see if there's anything else in regards to charges. Houston Area Cyber Crimes Task Force. Okay. And you saying he didn't do any time?
I don't know, but listen to me, Jazzy. Inform, you know, I think you
boom boom down.
Sitting on YouTube, doing all the stuff that he be doing and saying all the stuff that he be saying. When he came for me with that Christopher Williams stuff, that was one thing. But the stuff that he got going on, just like on an average, his content is yeah. I had no idea.
I mean, when you said it, I said, wait, what? Thank you, Harry Jojo.
Hold on a second. What is this? Is this some interesting information here? Hi, Jack. I know this is irrelevant,
Yeah,
but
we blocked the guy. Yeah, he was the one in there.
it's a
Kevin
hat
Prince.
count for account farms. It's also been leaving comments on Chinese military article. Wow.
Oh, okay. See,
Salute, Harry.
yeah, good looking out. Tap
So
in with us. We need the researchers. We definitely need you on the research side of the game for sure.
what?
We
Bot?
just block and go. But that's
Bot
some,
farm?
that's some interesting information. Well, and it's funny to tie in what he just typed, and we can tie in
And what we're
Willie
talking
D
about right
with
now.
Willie D, right? And Adam, you know,
Ooh,
that's interesting.
very interesting.
But yeah, your boy. Wow.
That's your boy.
So you said he didn't do any time because, like I said, I'm just
I
reading
don't
what
know. I don't know if he did any time or not. I
gotta
know
look
he
into it.
so I'm curious if he did that time. I'm curious if it was just house arrest. I'm curious if it was just probation. But I told you. Thank you, Harry. Appreciate you. Right, Cat? Great catch. So this is the thing when it comes to stuff like this. Now, he was also supposed to be like running for some kind of political position in the Houston area for the Democrats. And he got kicked off because he's a felon. But that's wild because Brad, also known as Scarface from the Ghetto Boys, he was politics. He went straight heavy politics. And then he got sick. And then the next thing I know, I saw him sitting over there on Shay Shay, pledging allegiance to Jay-Z and talking about how great Jay-Z was and how Jay-Z helped him when nobody else would. And it's funny because Brad was avoiding a lot of people in the industry. And I told you the last time I spoke to him. Last time I spoke to him was right around the time that they took that shot at me when I did that show for New Year's Eve in Sugarland. And he was afraid to come anywhere near town to talk to me. And this was right after Takeoff was taken. Mob ties had the whole area just, yeah, like it's not good. It's not good. So yeah, be careful over there. I don't even know how anybody could say that somebody is cool minus the Schluminati stuff. Like, how do you that?
Minus the cool.
But God bless you. God bless you, Illuminati. I'm done. Y'all funny. Y'all funny. I'm not even putting that foolishness up. I'm not putting that up. I'm not at all. So yeah, are there any other interesting little current event things that are going
I mean,
on?
it's been somewhat
Pop
of a slow day, I guess, because everybody's, I guess, mourning the fact that the witch is dead.
I don't know if anybody mourning?
Well, supposedly,
Have
what
you
you
seen any
saying?
mourning? I'm just saying, have you seen any mourning? I don't know if I've seen
Well,
mourning.
I know the whole thing now is now that Mr. Davis has transitioned, or I mean, well, we don't know where he went. We don't know if he
I know,
transitioned.
I know where he went.
Well, we can assume, but now they're saying like
Who's
there's a whole bunch of
Who is assuming? I'm not assuming, and he's dead. I'm not saying allegedly either. That nigga is going straight to hell. Period.
I wouldn't put it past. No, but now, and I know we said we were. I don't know if we said we were going to talk about it, but now there's the G rooming allegations that are being thrown out there about him, which we could already tie in the G rooming him, and you mentioned, was it Harrell and Diddy and
Mhm. Hold on a second.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Alicia Keys honors her longtime mentor, legendary music executive Clive Davis, as a visionary who transformed dreams into reality, and a family member who changed my life. A family member.
Wow. Uncle Clive.
Following Davis's passing, Keys shared a deeply emotional tribute across her social media platforms. Her reflections highlighted how he shaped her career. You mean made your career? She credited Davis for believing in her when she was just 18 years old, and few others saw her potential. Few others? Family bond. Keys noted that despite his status as a music mogul, he was family to her and stood by her through every chapter of her life and career. Lasting legacy, she praised his golden ear, vision, and leadership, stating his impact will live on through the countless artists he championed. You want to know what she sat there talked about his golden ear? Did she talk about what happened to that ear with Milli Vanilli?
Oh, we're gonna go there. Let's go.
I'm just saying, what? I'm serious. Like, what was the ear? Because they wasn't singing nothing. They was lip singing. So I'm just trying to figure that part. Okay.
Well, he had a golden, well, I don't know, maybe a golden retriever. But when it came to Milli Vanilli, maybe it was like I don't know. Because the thing is,
looking at their bare chest and the way they would belly slap one another. Or was he looking at their crotch?
I
Was
don't
he
know.
listening to their nuts screaming in them tight ass pants?
I can't call it. Milli Vanilli though was definitely somebody, a group that we kind of forgot about being tied to Clive.
That's amazing how that happens, right? It's like a fart in a crowded room, and he just walked away.
Girl,
Like
you
seriously,
know.
girl, you know it too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Lord have mercy. Wait a minute, just
Milli
keep
Vanilli.
real with MMJ Elevation. Thank you for being you and keeping it. Oh, thank you so much. Never appreciate you. No, but seriously, like everyone keeps forgetting that he was the one that was behind that. And what's even wilder is he's the one that destroyed them. When they got busted, he made sure they were blacklisted. He made sure. And I don't even remember him even acknowledging because I think it was Fab, the one that passed away, right? Fab was the light skin.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, it's just kind of nutty. But anyway, back to these two.
No, we get wait. No, the Milli. No, the Milli Vanilli side of it. I'll here. What I was about to do is because I wanted to just go a little bit deeper about that story because everybody knows about Milli Vanilli, but people really don't even realize even them being exposed was like a play or a scam because like
Yeah.
you said, who wouldn't know that these people are lip syncing? Like, a person like Clive Davis, of course, he's listening. He's like, hey, well, why don't you sing this for? I'm sure he would get in the room, introduce himself, say, talk to you about, but hey, let me hear you hit this note, or like, I mean, even if he's not a music person, he still wants to see what's the talent. Now, didn't you say the moist one on the right let the cat out the bag in an interview one day about the whole thing about Clive and him in the group?
It was the light skin one.
Yeah. I mean, the one to the left. Yeah.
Your other right. Yeah.
My other right. Well,
Yeah. He's the one that actually had the courage to say, Clive Davis is the one that told us to do this. Clive Davis is the one that promised us everything would be great. Clive Davis, like he said it. Rob never said it. He said it. I just find it interesting that he's the one that ended up passing away. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Never. I did share that information, and that bus wasn't empty. I spoke to one of the parents of one of the girls who was on that bus in Clive Davis's house. Well, at his house, in his driveway. So,
you know what? I remember the name of the group now. What does Milli Vanilli and this group right here that I'm about to pull up, what do they have in common? And I think if you're old enough, maybe or if you know music, you'll figure it out. Anybody know who this is? It's a German group called Boney M.
that is Boney M.
You know the common denominator between Boney M and Milli Vanilli is this guy, this record producer from Germany. His name is Frank Farian.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta look into his connection. He died some time ago, but I gotta definitely look into his connection. Who he definitely was tied to Clive. He had to have been tied to Clive because this guy is the mastermind behind these two groups. Boney M, they had a song that went crazy in the 70s. It was like some disco, rah rah Rasputin. The brother, he's a German, Afro-German guy. He was the singer. And the sisters, they were supposedly, it was all lip sync. It was all lip sync. The guy who was really singing was him.
Yeah.
Frank was singing. He was the one singing.
Yeah.
No, not, see, you see what she put, Kat? I don't even want to put it up because this guy was the singer all along. And this group really never got exposed for lip singing because if y'all listen to the song Rasputin, the brother who's he's like an Afro-German brother.
It's crazy.
He's not the one singing. He's lip singing all it. This is the real singer behind it. And them sisters were not singing it. It was some maybe some white chicks or whatever. They
Which
just
is crazy.
They just used them for the look. Brings us back to this. About 10 years later, we get this.
Crazy. I'll never forget that performance though. Girl, you know it's girl, you know it's girl, you know it's girl, you know.
Now you and I know about music. Were they playing that on a record, a vinyl? Because for it to skip like that, you
Nah.
figure it would be like maybe a vinyl record or something, and it just skipped. No.
No.
That was clean. That was digital, or at least a 8 at the time, right? Like,
yeah.
so that was done intentionally. Now because you were telling me about they were complaining about money.
Yeah. And the second that they started complaining about money, it all went downhill from there. They had made the company so much cash, close to 300 million. And they're like, yo, why are we still not making any bread?
Yeah.
Like, where's our slice of the pie? Girl, you know it's girl.
True story, Jag. True story. This is not even a cap or nothing like that. Before Fab, because Rob, right? Rob is the one that passed away, right? No, Fab.
No, Fab, I
keep
believe.
forgetting. Fab, the light-skinned one. My brother saw him because my brother, he used to sell D-rugs. That's a whole nother conversation. And he was trying to get back on his feet. He went to the county building, and he go to the county building. He come back and tell us, I saw the dude from Milli Vanilli in there. This was after the whole, Rob, right? Rob is the one that, Rob. He saw Rob at the county building trying to get benefits. You know how humbling and embarrassing that, because think about it. And back in the day, the county, everybody, it may be a gang of people in there. It wasn't. I'm sure the county building's a bunch of people in there. If y'all don't know the county building, this is where you go and apply for benefits. Before there was the online thing, people would have to go there, stand up early in the morning, or even camp out over at night just to be first in line.
We have it. All right, we have it backwards. It was Rob.
Yeah. Okay,
Rob is the light-skinned one. Fab is the one that's still alive.
Yeah, Fab is still alive. You're right. Rob is the one that my brother was in a county building with when he was trying to get benefits after all this stuff went down. True story. I'm not lying. Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I'm sitting here looking at this picture, and I'm looking at this pose, and it's disturbing me.
Blame it on the Wayne.
Lord have mercy. Like, this pose is really disturbing me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, it's giving female cover pose for Sports Illustrated. It's just.
That boy's so sweet. That boy's so sweet. He'll wiggle his booty over a cup of coffee and give you some sugar.
Ew. That was mildly traumatizing what you just said. Anywho, said. No, because it's messing with my whole idea of morning coffee now. It's just very emasculating. My God.
No, but it's so sad, because we're not gonna harp too much on these two brothers. It's so sad that they got taken for a ride.
Yeah, and the ride of their lives.
That's why I mentioned Boney M. Like I said, this is 70s, early 70s. Same guy that introduced Boney M. This guy. Same guy that introduced them, and it was a known. This was a known situation about them lip syncing, but no, it never got to the situation like Rob and Fab, aka Milli Vanilli.
I know. You ask, can't they? They can't be flamboyant. It's not about being flamboyant. It's not about. Listen to me. Boy George was flamboyant.
We can make fun of moisture. It's fine.
Bootsy Collins was flamboyant.
Yeah, Prince
was a whole nother level.
Yeah, and we can make fun of moisture. It's nothing. Can y'all chill? We can't make fun of moisture. All right, okay.
Lord have mercy. I'm talking about moisture. I'm
I
talking
mean,
about.
that's
Wait a minute.
the hand on his knee.
What?
If he
I'm
would
a
have,
pony. I'm a pony. Richard Simmons, bruh. Richard Simmons and them little shorts. And you want to know what's funny? I never thought anything about his orientation. I just thought he was extra happy and loved doing aerobics.
yeah, and wearing wearing biker shorts.
Them little mini shorts. Wait a minute. Freddie Jackson.
Oh damn.
Bruh.
You are so shady.
Freddie Jackson. You want to know what I never understood though? How they sat there and they always tried to sell them as something that they obviously weren't.
I mean, were they? I mean, I don't know. It's I don't know. Were they?
Freddie wasn't straight. Let's just be clear. Neither
Well,
was
I was
Luka.
talking about Robin Fab, but yeah. We heard
Oh,
about Freddie. I was
I
talking about
mean
Fred.
the thing is when I look at them, I think Chippendales.
There you go. Okay,
That's what
all
I
right,
see. I see Chippendales.
right track. Got it.
And when it comes to Chippendales, I don't think of like male exotic dancers. I don't think of orientation because I believe they'll all do whatever they need to do for money. That's just how I feel about it. They'll do whatever they need to do for money.
Things we be doing for money.
Look, let's just be honest. And yes, let's keep it a bean. I dated a male exotic. I dated a couple of male exotic dancers when I was young, and I'm telling you right now, those dudes, if the price is right, they turn me all around. I'll never forget one time.
What? They would. Okay. All
No,
right.
I'm serious. I'll never forget one time he was like, "Yo, meet me at the club," and I came to the club, and I'm expecting to see him dancing for a whole bunch of women. There was nothing but men there.
Oh hell nah.
And I'm sitting there, and I go into the club. I'm like, "Huh?" And you sitting there, and you seeing your dude with his yank, shaking his yank at some dude's face, and the dude, and I'm like, "Huh?"
But that's who you chose to date.
I was young.
Okay.
First, number two,
Okay.
I was shocked.
I bet you were.
And when he sat there and he tried to explain to me that money is money and that it doesn't matter who's paying, what matters is what you're earning, like that conversation, that was interesting.
Nah, homie.
That was interesting. That was interesting. Now, it didn't take me long after that to find out that he used to do house calls.
For women?
And for men. I was done.
Damn.
I was done.
See?
I was done.
See?
He taught me a very valuable lesson. He taught me an extremely valuable lesson. Yeah, that's what he said. Money is money. When it gets to the point where a person is willing to turn themselves into a commodity, to turn themselves into a product, they stop seeing themselves as anything other than an ATM or a cash register for that matter. Which means you can accept from whoever or from whatever. So you're already out of, I guess, personal responsibility for who you are. You provide a service, and that's it. You provide a service. And there's a lot of people, and the truth is it's that way in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I know.
Look at Talib Kweli.
Oh, damn. How about we don't look at them?
Well, that's fine too. But I'm just saying, taking him for instance, he's like, to me, the equivalent of a male exotic dancer in hip hop.
He's a style orphan. Super scientifico, high power prolifico. I'm sorry.
Okay. My point
Style
is,
orphan.
my point is, he'll sell whatever his image is or whatever his position is to the highest bidder. He's for sale. Period. That's clear. Like his new, I don't even know why people are still interviewing him. Like I don't even know how his voice is even still relevant at this point in time. Like I don't even get it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like it's real funny how everybody got around him harassing that 20-year-old girl that he impregnated. You know what I mean? And then was harassing her online and using online chat rooms to harass her, and like literally he had to get banned off of Twitter before it became X for harassing little young girls. Like I don't get it. But hey, whatever. People do what they gotta do, I guess, or choose to be whoever they want to be. But
I mean, wait, this is news to me. I never heard of that. Can you run that back? I'm sorry.
what?
That's interesting. He did what? To 12? What?
Oh, you didn't know?
Nah.
Yeah, which is why I find it funny that his estranged, I don't even know if they're divorced yet, that EQ person.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he got a couple of girls pregnant. Well, they were all like 20. Like he
Oh,
was
so
chasing after 19, 20, 21 year
got
old.
it.
Yeah.
That's why. Shout out to Tumex. That's why Tumex made the song Talib Cosby. Okay, I got it. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. Let's go for Talib Cosby. Okay, I get it. Tumex was okay.
Yeah. He was running around
Y'all gotta listen to that song. It's actually fire.
he was running around chasing little girls, and then
Wow.
it didn't go the way he wanted it to go, or when they expected him to actually live up to a piece of who he said he was, he would start acting crazy, and then he would start sicking all of his online trolls onto them, having people harassed. Like the one girl, she was actually talking about, unaliving herself because of internet pressure that she was experiencing dealing with him. Like, yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Just, yeah. He's a mess. He's a mess. And it's so funny because, like, I think back to when we first met or whatever, and when I was younger, and like he hasn't changed. He's still the same guy. 20 some odd years, almost 20, 25, going on 30 years. He's the same guy.
Wow.
So it's like you haven't grown at all. But then again, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to grow. He's perfect for the role that he plays in the community that he operates in. So it's like, this is a guy who takes advantage of people, takes advantage of situations, and has taken advantage of hip hop, and also a tether. So it's like,
Yeah.
we have so many people that are posing. And it is what it is. He's just a very unfortunate person. Can you take that down? It's making me feel bad about my choices as a young person.
1, 2, 3.
But when it gets to the point where you're a grown ass man and you're sitting there taking advantage of young women that are old enough that you could be their father, like you're doing a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's
You're doing a
sick.
little bit too much, especially
That is sick.
considering you're supposed to be a representative of the conscious community. But anyway, back to All Roads Lead to Clive. You had
Yeah.
that picture of him and Diddy.
Oh, I had another one too. Hold on.
Oh shit! You have
I
another
got
one.
another one. Another
Why does
one.
that
It's
picture look so strange?
another one. Because Diddy looked like he was just giving Clive neck. Because his neck is gone.
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't have a neck. I
Yeah.
was about to say that. It looks like that was somebody else, and they just took his head and just sat it on top of the body there, like a.
Yeah, they said Diddy was going crazy because Clive passed.
I mean, I can understand why, but there's been a lot of things. There's been things that have been being said that part of the reason why Diddy ended up in the trouble that he ended up in was because he pushed a little bit too hard and he tried to blackmail Clive, and Clive took his hands off and just let the machine grind him up.
And how did he allegedly try to blackmail Clive? Is it with
I
the
don't know
parties?
that. Yeah,
Okay.
that he had, some imagery,
Uh,
which would make sense why that raid happened
yeah, got you.
because it got to the point where he was going to use the master's tricks against the master. Then he needed to be taught a lesson, and they needed to take away all his toys. But it's that hug looks so weird.
Ugh. And they're like pelvis to pelvis.
It's well, I
Ugh.
mean,
No, 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 no. If I'm hugging the homie, it's not pelvis to pelvis. I'm sorry.
yeah, I
From the
know,
thigh.
I know.
Ugh.
And
Ugh.
they all up on each other. Thank God for that gut. Um,
Okay, let's go back to this one because yeah, it's kind of.
anywho's it. So there was an interesting conversation that you were sharing with me that Thought Crimes was having, and salute and shout out to Thought Crimes.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Shout out to Thought Crimes. They were talking about something that piqued my interest, and I said, "Oh,
Yeah,
interesting." Because the thing is sometimes, like we got open secrets and things like that go on, especially like in Hollywood, entertainment industry, right? Open secrets. This open, it's not even. I'll just say it's a well-known fact about what they were covering today was about
common
Davis's
knowledge.
drug,
Yeah.
yeah, drug, I'm sorry. Uh, how can we set it up? Um,
They
Clive
were talking
Davis,
about the fact that he was a pusher man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He actually went to jail. He was charged um in a whole cover up. And here it is right here. I'm gonna look. That's what I was trying to look up. Rolling Stone. They're
Mhm.
talking about a D-Rug cover up, like payola, and I guess here. Let me just pull it up because it's like you know how you hear certain stuff and then you kind of like, especially when people die, it just things come out like.
While you're grabbing that, I just wanted to say to call me Kia. I don't think it was a matter of him trying to blackmail him for his orientation, but for the ritualistic manner of things that they used to engage in, which it wouldn't matter if you were straight or gay. Bizarre behavior,
Yeah,
masks, and ritualistic acts happening with objects and things of that nature. There are some things that are worse, you know, than your average person might be willing to accept.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So Jag, you covered it when we talked about Clive the day he passed, about him being fired by CBS. But this was the reason why. So this is Rolling Stone, July 5th, 1973. Columbia Records president is fired by CBS amid allegations of misuse of funds and providing D-Rugs to artists and disc jockeys. Here he is with Sly Stone. And yeah, here's the article. And he's it's like This is Clive, and he ended up getting a charge and taking. Yeah, this is this.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Another story that totally happened for the world to know, for the world to be able to see and completely miss. Just like, me sharing the story about him getting fired from Arista.
yep,
Hmm. Like all of the things that people don't talk about, all of the things that, people leave. But I was just saying, thinking about that. So here he is involved in the street pharmacy trade. Diddy's father was also involved in the street pharmacy trade. He was a driver for Frank Lucas and, errand boy for Frank Lucas. So, and we all know that Frank Lucas was like one of the biggest heroin dealers in the history of New York City. Correct? So,
yeah.
my thing is considering that Diddy ended up working so closely with Clive. And I mean, a lot of people like to think that these labels and stuff are just businesses, they're just companies, but they're not. Like most of these have ties to the underworld. Most of these have ties to criminal organizations. And the Jewish mafia is a very real thing. It's a very real thing. Just because
Yep.
they don't have a television show about it, you know, what would it be? JMF?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just because they don't have a television show about it doesn't mean um, that it doesn't exist. It's very interesting. And even when you think about Clarence Avant, when he did his interview, like he made it very clear he worked for Jewish gangsters. Like he said that. He said that's who he came up under. And he worked with them until the end. Like, so,
Work with them or
it's,
for them.
I mean, he worked for them. Clarence Avant was never an independent operator. He made that very clear. He worked for them. So it's like that world, that underworld, it's a small world. Like everyone who's in it, who's working and operating in it, they all know each other. So
Yeah,
I'm just wondering if Clive knew about Diddy as he was coming up. Did he
be,
have his eye on him all along?
because of his dad, who his dad was.
Exactly.
Well, follow
And
me
his
one
dad was
second.
also allegedly, but on the books, an informant.
Yeah. Okay. Not to cut you,
No,
because
please
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
I'm gonna tie in something because when you said informant, let's go back to the Clive Davis Columbia Records situation, CBS. So Columbia, I told y'all they Columbia Records had become huge in pop and rock with artists like Janis
Hmm.
I was about to say Diddy, my bad, Clive, discovered
Yeah.
Santana, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Um, so he was the man. He was doing, they dominated the market in rock. But when CBS fired him and sued him over company money, they claimed he said he used it for personal expenses, like his son's bar mitzvah and stuff like that. It was almost 100K back then,
Right.
and federal investigators got involved. They were already looking into the possibility of payola in the record industry because remember he was huge with the rock and pop, and they cornered the market. So the feds was looking like, well, what's going on over here, right?
Hmm.
Don't know, what payola means. It's basically you're paying radio DJs or programmers to play your record.
Or to play
Um,
whatever record you tell them to play,
right.
or whatever record you tell them not to play.
Yeah.
So,
So um and you wasn't getting paid just cash. You could also get paid D-rugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the cocaine and the, you give the party favors to the DJs, right?
mhm.
I guess this guy David Wineshaw, he was the head of artist relations at Columbia. Um, I guess the Time magazine reported that the investigators found links between a New Jersey talent agent, a fictitious trucking company,
Hmm.
fraudulent invoices, and David Wainshaw's records. Right? um, a memo in David Wainshaw's desk reportedly included cover-ups for Clive Davis's personal expenses, and that's what helped pull Clive Davis into the scandal. So he was charged with the drug payola, and he was well, he wasn't convicted of the drug payola. That's remember, he's a
That
lawyer
part.
too.
Well,
Time
yeah,
reported,
yeah.
Time reported that Clive Davis, he had been subpoenaed by a federal grand jury, but he had not been accused of any criminal act. And CBS insisted that he had no involvement in the D-rugs or any of the wrongdoing beyond the expenses that they, say or whatever.
Yeah.
But CBS ended up firing him, and they sued him over the company funds, the misuse of the company funds.
Which they all did. I'm telling you, they all did it. It was just yeah, I think that's the thing that a lot of people, yeah, Frank Sinatra was ran by the Italian La Cosa Nostra. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I was getting at too, because when you mentioned Diddy's dad, I was basically
mhm.
this story with Clive Davis. It looks as if he was made to be the scapegoat, and I'm sure if y'all go to that Rolling Stone article, read up on it. It's very interesting, but I'm sure there was some truth to a lot of, he just knew how to get out of the, he kind of, that was basically his Diddy, his moment, like when Diddy got caught up. That was,
Yeah,
you know, yeah,
he got pinched,
yeah,
as the old school mobsters would say. He got pinched. So, and it's funny because there are times when people get selected to do that, to save the rest of the organization. So things can continue to keep moving on, and then once you get out, you're revered, and then they put you in a position of power,
hmm.
and as they would say, you earned your keep.
Would they call you a made man in the La Costa Nostra, or is
That
that
that part, that
okay?
part.
A made man, got it.
I mean, you're not necessarily a made man in the Italian mob because you go to jail. You're a made man because
Family
you,
ties,
well, not just family ties, but you've done something of great significance for the family's matter,
got it.
for the family space. You created a way, or you made a way out of some way. You moved someone out of the way that nobody else would touch, or you made a deal happen that could never have happened unless.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, like that's what that is. So it's like, but yeah, no, it's just there's so much. There's so much. And I can just I know that Sean Combs is not all right with the old man being dead. See, this would be so much different if he weren't in jail right now.
I was just about to say that. And why? Why would it, if he wasn't in, why would it be different?
Because he has the knowledge. He has the background. He knows where the bodies are buried.
Uh-huh.
He knows how the business deals got done. He would be able to stand in the gap that the death of Clive Davis is leaving behind.
Got it.
So, and guess what? Everyone already knows him. He already knows everybody. They don't have to, bring someone else in to any more secrets or any new secrets. Like it's
It's already
it's already a oiled machine. He was already a cog in the machine. They just have to repurpose him and put him in a different position. Like this would be perfect for him. This would be great for him if he weren't in jail right now. But he is.
I'm gonna have to do a pyramid when it comes to the hierarchy within the music industry, because I know you've explained it. And let's just say the hypothetical though, like if Clive was still around, and what was his purpose? Just like how we have the hierarchies of the actors, singers, entertainers, and then government, and we get into the secret societies and etc. Right? The whole dynamic has definitely changed, especially when Diddy had gone away, went to jail, and now that Clive Davis is no longer here, it's a lot of things about to
be a
little bit different. Yeah.
And that's what I'm looking at. Like I'm not doing a whole bunch of, internet surfing and looking at what people are posting, because the truth is like 80% of the posts that I've seen, like 80 to 90%, it's all like, thank God he's dead.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple content creators that are actually talking about they're having celebrations on their channels. Like, which is crazy.
Right.
That's crazy. You know what I mean? You're doing a lot.
I mean, the only artist that I saw, and I haven't really seen too many. In fact, maybe I'll turn into Entertainment Tonight or something like that. But when he did pass, our boy that we saw, in fact, I saw him at the courthouse too, Kenny G. I remember I told you, I was like, yeah, Kenny G right here, right? And then we saw him at going to the Grammy party. Remember we was
Yeah, we bumped into him that night.
We saw him that night. He was the only one that I saw on the news when Clive passed that came out and said something positive and played, that, he played that for him. Yeah, that's cute.
Kenny, a little thing. He a little teeny guy.
Yeah, he's
My thing is
pint size.
Do you know he was actually, that Cadillac, that convertible Cadillac guy who drives around, I think it's Atlanta or something, and he has people in the car with him, and the people are performing while they're riding in the car.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You've seen that series? Babyface and Kenny G just did one.
Babyface and Kenny G.
And Kenny G was
interesting
in the car.
Okay.
In the convertible Cadillac. And I'm sitting there like, huh? And then I had to realize I keep forgetting the both of them, Clive Davis.
Clive Davis. I was just about to say Clive Davis, yeah.
This is going to make this is going to affect a lot of people's lives. And with him gone, all of his enemies now, they get to cherry pick.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. It's not going to simmer down. It's not going to be like 6 months, a year. It's going to be
a couple of years.
It's going, yeah.
And I'm just curious what Alicia Keys is really going to do. Like, I'm curious. Jennifer Hudson, I'm wondering what she's going to do. I mean, Rock Nation isn't looking very stable. Oh, speaking of, sidebar, I was telling you, Anna Paulina Luna has now gone to Governor Newsom regarding Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Damn near demanding a pardon. Yeah. Yeah. She just did an interview with Chris Cuomo. over
Let me
on News
actually
Nation.
let me actually look her up because I follow her on X, and
Actually, maybe we can pull that up
that's what I'm about to do.
because that's also an interesting changing of the guard there. Because may it happen, may Daystar Peterson be released from his just from this whole persecution, like because this is persecution. I don't care what anyone says. Um, but if he gets out, he's gonna have to leave the United States. That's for sure. He can't stay here. But that's gonna, ooh, that's gonna kill Rock Nation. It's definitely gonna rock Nation because
Mm-hmm.
Rock Nation sat there and they perpetuated this thing. They and meanwhile, if that happens before Demore's trial, and we haven't even talked about the Barbs getting sued. Like I don't think people understand. There's a lot of little nuances that are happening right now. And then for Clive to die in the midst of all of this, like
Mm-hmm.
it's
Okay,
kind of nuts.
I got something. Keep going. I'm about to bring this up with.
Oh, sweetheart, we haven't forgot about Bobby Christina. I don't think anyone can forget about Bobby Christina. But the truth is, no one's ever going to get the real about what happened to her unless they deal with her mama first. And we're just going to see. Yeah, Doug Morris, indeed. Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have the video. I have something. This is actually from, well, this isn't recent, but this is something in relation to Anna Paulina Luna and Tory Lanez. Want me to go?
I mean, you can. I'm surprised you weren't able to find the thing with her and Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I can only give you what I got. Check this
Have
out.
you seen this evidence firsthand that you've spoken about?
I actually saw a new affidavit, and there's going to be. So there, I was made aware of some ring footage, so video footage, and actually just talked to one of his attorneys, and so that will likely be released in the next, well, whenever they decide to release it, next couple days.
So does the attorney have that footage
Oh
right
yeah,
now?
they have actually a lot of evidence. I'm surprised that, a lot of people, some of it were like, oh, well, that's not new news, but some people were completely unaware too, specifically on the number, the DNA specifically.
Actually, this is from like a year ago.
0.01%.
I know.
That means that it's literally not him. They also didn't test
Hold
him, but yeah,
on.
so
Hold on.
that stuff will all be
Oh,
released.
I
technically
think
in
I
the
have
days.
it.
So, and have you spoken with Governor Newsom or
I
anyone
actually
else?
have
Okay, I
to
have
call
it.
into
I
his
have it.
office, and so we're working on scheduling a time. And there's a letter that should be going out to him later on today or tomorrow morning.
So I would assume since these are strictly state charges, this would have to be a state pardon, correct? President Trump can't be involved.
Correct. It's up to Governor Newsom, but I think that there's a lot of people that are looking at the evidence and saying, hey, this is clearly not correct, that this is an innocent man that's been imprisoned, and I think that that's where, on the federal side of things, when I talked to Tory's in jail, as you know, so I talked to him on the phone, and I think prison reform is going to be something that he's going to definitely tackle once he gets out, and it's pretty wild that this kind of case can happen. Also, too, he had a gag order placed on him during the trial, so he couldn't even, and that's just so insane. Like, you put gag orders on people so they can't defend themselves? That's nuts.
Finally, why is this so important to you?
My goodness, this guy's an innocently incarcerated man. Obviously, we're by no means perfect, but that type of situation cannot stand if you have a double standard of justice that exists. Also, too, when the evidence was brought forward and presented to me, I mean, I was pretty baffled that he was even charged after what I saw. And so specifically, you know, you're talking about someone who's basically been smeared and dragged publicly, saying and alleging that he shot someone on foot. By the way, did you know that the ballistics evidence says otherwise, and that there's no bullet fragments? They can't locate those alleged bullet fragments. I mean, how do you even have a conviction on that? It's really crazy stuff.
Thanks, Congresswoman.
Okay, so here's the updated. Let's run that. This is updated. I mean, no, that's good that we got that, because that was from last year, May of 2025. Here's what we got with Chris Cuomo. Say that 10 times fast.
Chris Cuomo.
Singer, rapper Tory Lanez, convicted of shooting performer Megan Thee Stallion after a party at the Hollywood Hills home of Kylie Jenner. Here's the story. They're at the party. After the party, they get into an argument. Lanez tells Megan Thee Stallion, dance, and shoots at her feet like a cowboy movie, hits her.
Lies.
Proof? Testimony of Megan Thee Stallion, her friend Kelsey Harris, and DNA evidence on the weapon that convinced jurors to convict. Pretty simple, right? Maybe not. Turns out that DNA, only a 0.01% chance that the DNA is from Lanez. He's always maintained his innocence. He was sentenced to 10 years, so this is really about the testimony. Lanez, so what happens? So he goes away, recently stabbed 14 times in prison. Many say it was a hit, okay? Because new evidence is about to come out. All right, a little conspiratorial, but he was definitely stabbed. Lane's supporters believe that the media doesn't care because Megan Thee Stallion is represented by Jay-Z's Rock Nation. Now, I could give a damn about Jay-Z or his company. This just wasn't a case on my radar until now. Why? Anna Paulina Luna. She is a representative from Florida. You see her here on a regular basis. She says she's got new evidence, says it wasn't him. And she joins us now. Representative APL, it's good to have you.
Thanks, Chris. Happy to be back on. And thanks for taking a look at this case.
No, listen, you tell me to take a look at it, I'll look at it. But why did you look at it? I mean, this isn't your jurisdiction. I don't know you to have any connection to any of these people.
Yeah, so as you know, we are on oversight and accountability, and so this case was actually initially flagged for me by Amber Rose. And the reason why I took a particular interest in it is because of the fact that they actually had evidence that they presented to me in my office that actually disproved the conviction. So as you stated earlier, that 0.01% of DNA, they actually found 4 people's DNA on that firearm, none of which was Tory's. Not to mention there was 0 fingerprints on the actual magazine. And also, too, as you said, 0.01% chance. I mean, that evidence in itself should pretty much speak for itself. Also, there's been ring footage that's been obtained that actually disproves the whole dance Megan. And so what we're seeing is really there was a case of he said, she said. The evidence wasn't actually respected and properly adhered to actually in the trial. And then they also were doing something that I would find pretty wild and egregious. They're actually submitting his lyrics for rap as evidence to the crime. So look, first and foremost, you have to have a free and fair society. That means we need to respect and uphold the justice system. So I actually reached out today to Gavin Newsom's office, and we are requesting an emergency meeting. We're also working with other Democrats, specifically to the California delegation. But I think that this is something that's pretty egregious, that the way that this was handled, the way that it was. I think that it was largely driven by headlines. And aside from the people involved and the parties involved, obviously I take domestic violence, I take this very seriously, Chris, but I also take very seriously the fact that I do believe, based on the evidence that I've seen, that Tory's innocent. And I think that it sets a really bad message when you have someone of his stature, and also to someone that is as influential as he is, that's being wrongfully incarcerated. And that's exactly why we wanted to use our megaphone for a good reason and help get him his pardon, which I think he'll get.
So Luna, who did it? I mean, she says, and her friends say, that he did it, and who else would have done it, and what proof do you have to support that? I get maybe they didn't make the case the right way with the weapon, but who did it?
You know, Chris, that's not for me to weigh in, and that's definitely for the judge and the jury. But what I will tell you is, based on the evidence that we have, the evidence that we have says that he wasn't the guy. And so I do think that Gavin Newsom has some great attorneys that will look at this, but I'd also like to point out that the prosecutor specifically on this case that initially brought the charges is a very interesting prosecutor. Look into who ran him. And at the end of the day, you know, I think Hollywood, as you know, Chris, and politics does overlap, and there's a lot of interesting stuff that happened there. So look at the evidence for yourself. We've posted it for the entire world to see, to determine for themselves. And I know that Tory's legal team actually has an incredible case. And so we are calling on Gavin Newsom to issue that pardon immediately. And also remember, he was almost killed in jail. I actually talked to him today on the phone, and he said that once he does get out, once he does get this pardon, which I do feel confident that he'll be getting, he's going to work extensively in prison reform, because this should never happen to anyone.
Anna Paulina Luna, this is a really interesting one. I've never covered a situation like this before, but I appreciate you using your platform. And let the legal team know we'll be reaching out if they want to come on to make the case. I'm happy to hear it, and we'll check in with the governor's office as well. Thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, of course. And Chris, too, if you want, we can probably connect you with his dad as well. I think it's important for people to know all the facts.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'll check in with you right after the show.
All right. That's
Awesome.
That was interesting. What do y'all think?
Now, hold on a second. We have some comments that I wanted to highlight. I like to start with the abrasive ones first.
Yeah.
He shot her point blank. Well, blank, period.
Well, yeah, that's point blank. Yeah. Okay.
So this is the thing I want to know. Why do you believe that?
Good question. I mean, the case, she literally just said, hey, we're asking for a pardon. There was 4 people's DNA on that gun. No fingerprints on the magazine. None of his DNA. But you got Jasura one who says he piled her point blank, period. Yeah.
And I'm just trying to understand exactly what makes you still want to believe that so certainly with a woman who has a history of lying and admits to being a liar.
Yeah.
Not only that, she went to the hospital and she was treated for abrasions, but they picked glass out of her foot, not fragments. So I'm just trying to understand, like, what makes you believe that? Like, that's the thing. I think people have gotten so caught up into, you know, the emotion and the spirit of what's being pushed on social media, what's being pushed in the media, that they stop thinking and they just accept other people's emotions,
I think,
rather than dealing with the facts.
I think this is a good time to put the link out there. I'll be very interested to hear her take on it for real.
Should we drop the link?
Continue with the comments first, and then we'll see.
Kia says, if Tory is pardoned, Meg should go to jail for lying on him.
Facts.
I agree.
Yeah, facts.
I agree, especially after everything that he's been through. The problem is, will the statute of limitations have passed?
No.
Because there is none on perjury, correct?
I think there's some on perjury, but it maybe for this case, it's not like 4 years. It's not like you're dealing with civil business fraud or something. Yeah.
Okay, I think Megan's friend did it.
I think so as well.
I think it could have been Chelsea.
Yeah, I think so.
She got paid. They paid up her rent for a year. They did everything that they could do to keep her quiet. Why? Why was she compensated for going along with that story if he actually did it? You know, and the simple fact that his attorney made the huge mistake that she made And when we're talking about attorney, we're not talking about the one that was there with him at the conviction. We're talking about the one who started out with him, who he paid $300,000 to, Sean Holly. You know, so it's yeah, she should have challenged that gun evidence. She should have never let any of that stuff touch him. And she, yeah, he deserves to sue. He deserves to sue everybody
Mm-hmm.
for Tory. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I think what this does for Rock Nation, what this will do to Rock Nation's overall brand, it will kill their reputation in the public eye.
I mean, it's already damaged. Their brand is already kind of. This would be something very detrimental to the brand. And I think he's gonna get the pardon. We'll see
If
what
Gavin,
Gruesome Newsom, what he does. But yeah,
if he doesn't, that tells us everything. Like, that tells us so much. You know, especially now with everything that's going on with Carmelo Anthony and then everything that happened in South Carolina. Like, this is starting to become an attack on black issue,
yeah,
where black men's rights are just being totally obliterated.
trampled over all day.
You know, so we got a lot going on. So I don't know. Should we drop the link and
I
have
guess.
a forum,
I
or
guess.
is there anything else we're going to talk about? Because it's
I,
just
yeah,
this is
I get.
Tuesday. This is
Yeah,
Tuesday, and
yeah.
there's so much, and then there's nothing going on at the same time.
Right. We'll drop the link. I have some other stuff. We can save that for the
Well,
weekend.
no,
For sure.
no, we can no. Let's talk about it. What's the other stuff before we drop the link? What's the other stuff?
Well, link's already
Are we
out
going to
there.
talk about the barbs?
Sure.
Well, what's the other stuff that you wanted to talk about?
Let's do the barbs first, since we're already talking about Rock Nation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a case here where man, let me just pull it up. Wait, hold on. There's multiples. Hold on. Okay. This one right here. Desiree Perez. Everyone know who she is. And I'm sorry, y'all probably really can't see that, you know, if you're like, let me see if I can blow it up. I don't know. Maximize it. It's the best I can do, y'all. But there are a bunch of content creators being sued. They're being ran down on by Desiree Perez. And this is not,
Who was the CEO of Rock Nation?
yeah, she's the CEO of Rock Nation. This ain't fake. This is not cap. This ain't some, us, no, this is real freaking spill. This is what's going on. FTI Consultant Inc. They said they was engaged to perform analysis of social media accounts on X, which were followed by Damore Hadley. As part of the engagement, FTI performed a review of the below X accounts, followed by Hadley as of June 13, 2026, to assertion if they posted any content about Damore Hadley versus Desiree Perez case, including after June 25th, 2025. I guess that's when that had to have been when the gag order took place, because we interviewed her a month prior and we did it before the gag order.
You said 2026. You mean 2025?
No, it says 2025. This is at the end. It said they said if they posted any content about Damore Hadley versus Desiree Perez case,
Right.
including after June 25th, 2025. Because remember, Yeah, she had the
No, I wanted
gag
to make
order
sure that
placed.
you didn't say 26. That's all.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that would be tomorrow.
I
June
know.
25 would be 2026 will be in a few days. Yeah. So there are a number about 36 accounts here. Demore Docket is one.
They shut that down.
Yeah, well, there's a whole lot that was going on behind that Demore Docket. I think they included there was some they tied it to somebody. I'll get into that though. I'll get into it. I think I can't get into it. Milagro Mobish, because that's Milagro Grams, got the scoop. Xavier D, surprise witness, Feel the Bass,
BJ.
the light Joker 24. I just started following him. Come with the facts. He or she been dropping it. So there are a lot of different content creators that are, in my opinion, they're being bullied by this whole Desiree Perez, Demore Hatley situation. It's Desiree Perez, and this is why.
But this is also going on, just to tap in.
Yeah,
this is also going on simultaneously while what's his name over there in Australia who runs the content for Academics TV. What's his name?
Grand Wizard Chat
Grand
Ninja.
Wizard. Yeah, Grand Wizard Chat Ninja. He's being ran up on, and they actually served him in Australia.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, they actually served him. They're going after him, and they were trying to insinuate that there's going to be some criminal charges, but they can't press criminal charges on him in Australia. So this is Rock Nation and TDE that's doing this. So you have Rock Nation and TDE, you have Desiree Perez, and they're all going after what? Content creators.
And it's to me, well, I'm gonna give you guys what I think later. But supposedly,
hey Auntie Leah.
Supposedly, Desiree Perez said that there's this multi-million-dollar plot, this scheme to take down Rock Nation and make Rock Nation look bad online.
Yeah.
So supposedly this is what Desiree Perez is alluding to when she's, coming after these content creators. Now, I mean, I wasn't included. I'm glad. I'm like, ooh, I was shaking in my boots. You know what I mean? Because no, it's a joke, yo. See, y'all don't know Desiree Perez literally took down Jaguar on my channel last summer. I was homeless for like 3 weeks. I was on the East streets doing my begging, competitive begging. But yeah, she took our channel right after the production of the Demore Hatley story. We did like a 4-part series. I produced it. She took our channel, and she was alleging that there's this scheme between these content creators. But here's a conclusion. So, because they talk about the FTI consultant, and it said the social media data revealed that discussions about the case of Demore Hatley versus Desiree Perez was concentrated amongst ex-users that Demore Hatley followed. The overall conversation consisted of more than 100,000 posts generated by approximately 30,000 unique ex-users. So, by comparison, a subset of approximately 34 ex-users followed by Demore Hatley generated more than 2,500 ex-posts about the same topic. When participation is measured on per uses basis, ex-users followed by Demore Hatley posted at a substantially higher rate than ex-users in a broader conversation not followed by Demore Hatley. In other words, a relatively small group of ex-users within Demore Hatley network was responsible for a disproportionately large share of the discussion. This pattern suggests that information about the case of Demore Hatley versus Desiree Perez was not distributed evenly across the broader online X conversation, but instead was amplified and circulated most heavily among X users connected to her network. See how they put that right there. And then actually, so this was actually the first, because it said below are some representative examples of FTI notes that all accounts that have posted information relating to Tory Lanez and his ongoing legal situation, which suggests overlapping interest between the two cases. See, this is what I'm talking about. They're trying to build a case. See, in all honesty, I think they're like it's called projection. It's called projecting.
Oh, absolutely.
This is projecting.
They're literally taking everything that they're doing
that they've been
and
doing.
They're blaming it on their targets. But they're beating them to the punch by filing the paperwork in court to make it seem like it's only happening on this side.
Right.
We know what that's like.
Oh, yeah.
We know exactly what that's like. That's happened to us here on YouTube all the time.
Yeah.
I just find it interesting. But before we go, Nancy, welcome to the channel. Thank you. They're playing super dirty. They're just playing super dirty. And this is after she went after the attorney, tried to get the attorney thrown off the case. Rock Nation is losing their minds. And I don't think that they understand that this confident stance that they're taking, it's not looking like confidence. It's looking like fear. It really is. So it's just wild. Because now they're suing the Barbs. Like,
that's crazy, man.
That's what you're doing? You're suing fans?
Yeah. So that's why I said we could talk about this, because it's connected to this Tory situation. You see how they mentioned the Tory Lanez case at the end.
I know. I guess that's kind of why I wanted to bring it up, because now we have Tory. He has an actual government representative that's going to the governor. Like, if Tory gets this pardon, that could be the first domino into watching, the humbling of Rock Nation. Because the rock's not crumbling. It's so funny. Like, he's sitting there saying that in that god awful freestyle. And then meanwhile, look at everything that's starting to happen. Like, people have to be careful about what they say and what they put out there. You start challenging karma. Karma might start showing up, show you who's really got the juice. So what do you think? What do you think this is all gonna, honestly, I think this is all just so much nonsense. I think it's a bunch of malarkey. I think it's just a lot of fodder, noise.
Yeah.
Just to get people all riled up, because I don't think it's going anywhere. I also find it interesting that when BJ first started posting them subpoenaing the text messages and stuff like that, and your name is on it too, ha 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 ha, or whatever she was saying. I'm like, we don't have anything to worry about. We don't have that communication. Once the gag order happened, we shut down all communication.
That was it.
Yeah, and even before that, I'm like, there's no need for anyone to subpoena anything from us. There is nothing to show. But I find it interesting that we were allegedly on that paperwork, but we're not included on this paperwork. So that goes to show you that people are moving very strategically and very specifically. And I think these are all fear tactics.
It's fear tactics, but it's also this. It's the new drug, clout. So really, this whole situation. So Desiree Perez isn't suing the Twitter users. She's using the tweets. She's using those bloggers, that BJ, or the fan accounts. She's using the social media activity as evidence in a sanction motion against DeMaure and Javon Hadley, arguing that they violated the court order by continuing or encouraging public commentary around the case. And in fact, Jag, how about this? How about we just drop it? No, let me not say it, because I think we should just pull the trigger on what we're going to do. We might as well just do it. We'll do it this week. We're going to talk about that later. But anyway, the blogger angle, because that's what's going on. It seems to connect to the interviews, the coverage, and they talked about Trasha interview. Um, Rock Nation previously argued that an online interview helped trigger threats and public backlash against Perez and her legal team, and
Really?
asked the court to hold Hadley in contempt. So again, she's not suing random Twitter users. She's just using this to file a second motion to go after Damori Hadley, because there's the Damori Hadley versus Desiree Perez Rock Nation case. In its a motion, it appears to reference all those bloggers. Y'all saw them, the fan pages, the X accounts, the Twitter accounts, the evidence of an alleged coordinated online campaign. Like I stated, she is saying that there's this multi-million-dollar campaign. So
Who's
peep
paying
this.
for it?
Listen, exactly. But peep it. Just like how you said, Grand was a chat ninja, the George Wynn guy.
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to corral all of it. Like they're all trying to, it's like that. Like I said, to me, she's projecting. If you guys saw our series that we did, and I believe Damore and what she told in that story, because it all made sense. And I wasn't trying to produce it to be biased. I literally was just like, let's hear her story. We heard her
We
story.
have no choice but to believe it. And the reason why is it wasn't easy to believe, just because of the simple fact that the things that she went through, we've experienced ourselves. She had the evidence, the receipts, the digital footprint of a lot of this stuff to back it up.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, when it came to defending your freedom, I think that's why we did such a smart job with it, because we really made it impossible for anyone to get in their feelings. Like, for instance, with the Tory Lanez case. With the Tory Lanez case, a lot of the receipts were hidden from the public. People didn't get a chance to see all of that evidence. So really the only thing that was actually out there were people's emotions about how they were feeling, or who they were being emotionally led by in media, whether it be
Yeah.
bloggers online or what was popping up in the news. People were following the spirit of whoever was reporting about the story, not the facts
Right.
of what actually happened.
Yeah.
So when it came to us and defending your freedom, and the way you masterfully pieced the receipts together with the commentary between her and our conversation, with the amount of questions that we asked her, and the way everything lined up, like it made it you it left no room for doubt. Anybody who watches that series, I dare you to show us where you can create doubt. Like, seriously, it's just that compelling. Um,
And it
so
wasn't, and again, it wasn't based in bias. Like I said,
not at
because I've been producing docs for a while, and when I produce it, I'm laying out everything factually. I'm not, police reports, all that. We're going with the facts. It's not based in like bias or nothing. Now, I am open to, maybe we should get Desiree's side. Maybe that's what she wants. Maybe she wants someone to hear her side of the story.
you know
Maybe that's what's going on.
you want to know what's wild? We already heard her side of the story from the entire network of bloggers that came forward before we got to speak to Damore, who were passing around that video that was allegedly supposed to have been Javon doing DV on Damore, and the story about him being a bum, and him being this, and him being abusive, and him being a rapist, and her being an addict, and her being gullible, and how she's just a poor mother who was willing to do anything to save her daughter. We already heard her story.
I know.
And guess
So
what?
that's
She was really interested in selling it, rather than passing that talking point off to all of the network of bloggers. Like, This is what's so funny. The very thing that she's accusing Demore of, she struck first, doing these same tactics.
And this is why I think. See, and I looked into it.
I won't talk to her. I won't talk to her.
No.
Listen. She talked to Hilton Napoleon, and the next thing you know, she had a whole story about how Hilton believed her, didn't believe Demore. She can't, like, I don't want to talk to her.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to talk to her either.
No, right. She'll turn that.
No, listen to where I was going with it though. This is what I was about to say, because I'm trying to, before I lose my train of thought.
Yeah.
I was seriously gonna, maybe consider class action, because I really got a case against this woman, but that's me. Everyone else, I looked into it. I said, no, we couldn't. It couldn't even do a class action lawsuit. I've helped push class action lawsuits before. We couldn't do it with this case because it is kind of like, well, like, the reason why we're not included in that list, Jag, is because we're not biased.
I know
we're legitimate journalists. Like, don't get it twisted. We're not fans. We're not haters. We're legitimate journalists. So
everything that we covered was not based in our opinions. It was literally based in pure fact.
So that's why when we go back to this list, and no offense to anybody that's on this list, y'all should really check yourself. Not I'm not talking about like Demore Docket, because they got rid of Demore Docket, or Come With The Facts, or even the Light Joker 24. No, I'm just talking about certain people. Like, I'll say it, like a person like a surprise witness who said, somebody was like, stay out of black folks' business when they mentioned this case. That was funny. They told that white girl, stay your ass out of black folks' business. And she's like, well, Demore and Desiree are not black. But she seems like she's a little clout chasey. That's kind of what I'm at. I'm a journalist. She can call whomever, whatever. I'm a journalist. Don't get it twisted. I'm a journalist. I know how to I do this. So we're not on this list because we're not, we're not like the surprise witnesses. I'll just say it like that. We really are trying to get to the bottom of the story. That's it. And so a class action couldn't really work, but it is intimidation. I just, you get what I'm saying, Jag? I'm just,
I agree. It's intimidation, but it's also coercion, because they're trying to coerce the public into not trusting any information that they're getting from these bloggers, from anyone that's sharing anything, right? Because if they can come after and they can mention people in legal documents that are being heard by court, then maybe something is wrong with what they're doing. It's the suggestion of impropriety. It's the suggestion of collusion. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
It's nasty work.
Well,
subliminally in psychology, if you look at it from a psychology standpoint.
We know certain things because, just like how you said, why all of a sudden certain bloggers had a particular video that they were pushing around. That don't happen just on accident.
No, that's coordinated.
And the only thing that I would tell these bloggers is to look into the Reed Smith's little whatever. Look into that company. Look at our special that we created too, and look into who we mentioned in particular companies and who has ties to certain data companies, IT companies, etc. It's deep. Like, don't get it twisted.
Have somebody in that network that teaches AI and uses AI to run state political news in Arkansas?
Uh-huh.
Like, these people are involved in government. They're involved in advanced media. Like,
I think the stupidest thing for them to have done is to come after the Jaguar Wright show and get rid of it. Thinking like, we were part of their whole, whatever they thought was going on the other side. When that was real journalism.
Period.
And just because they play with people that deal with the AI of this and that, and then put it out there and disseminate it, we don't do that.
Yeah. No, we weren't interested in that. Is Nicki Minaj on the list? Nicki Minaj isn't on the list, but all of her followers are.
Yeah. Most of those people that are on the list were barbs, basically.
Yeah.
And no offense to the bars, got love for them, and just look, it's like it ain't what you do, is how you do. Like, I honestly would tell all of those to really step your journalism game up, and because we all need each other. Like, imagine if we were all on that same page and just like really like, ooh, like, yeah, it can't be like. That's why she was able to try to paint it that way.
Well, because a lot of people are working from emotion and passion. A lot of people are passionate about what's happening here. And the reason why is because they're watching the makings of this very, very, very intimidating company getting away with something else.
Yeah.
Watch them get away with so many other things before. Whether or not people want to admit it or embrace it. The Tory Lanez case traumatized a good share of that millennial generation. It did. Just like, the death of Biggie and Pac traumatized our generation.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
For them to watch that happen and for them to know and believe in their heart of heart that Megan was lying. Believe in their heart of heart that Tory was telling the truth. Believe in their heart of heart that no one got shot. And yet he goes to jail for doing something that I think everybody kind of knew deep down inside didn't happen. There was too much speculation. There was too much changing the story. The way Megan kept getting online. Man, he shot me, man. Like, she was trying to sell it. Matter of fact, I don't think at any point in time did I ever see her shed a tear. I never saw her show true fear or trauma. Ever. She was more interested in selling the story.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever remember seeing Megan Thee Stallion cry about her alleged incident with Tory? For crying out loud, 2 days later, she was in stilettos dancing on stage. That does not happen with that kind of injury sustained in that part of your body. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, because there's, I don't know how many bones in your foot. And yeah.
A lot. She wouldn't have been dancing.
And she was
She would have
twerking.
been twerking.
Yeah.
She would have been dropping it like it was hot. None of that would have been happening. And that's why that person that came through here earlier, no disrespect to you. You really, really, really need to assess your mental cognitive abilities. Like, you need to assess your brain, your mind.
I mean, we over here just we would just advocate for critical thinking. If you're thinking about hitting the link, go ahead. We dropped it. I'm gonna drop in the link.
But seriously, like, you gotta ask yourself, to a certain extent, what is it about this that makes you want to believe a fairy tale? Like, what?
You know what it is? Let me break it down. Because I was looking at this, on IG. Y'all already know I'm not on IG looking at nothing but your boy Marty with them funny videos, hilarious. But
Whatever.
there was a story where God, what was it? And you get bombarded with so much of this, where young black man, talking about I think he was talking about Daphne Joy. I think it was a young black woman talking about Daphne Joy and how Daphne Joy is a smut, slut, whatever, and couldn't take that over to the Asian community, and but the black man will gobble that up and eat that up, and they love that, and she could do all that, and because so the sister was cool, but then she just was like very anti-black male, very very just and you can tell that was her angle. She was just like, okay, I don't like black men. Like first she was being super critical about Daphne Joy and how she was appeasing all these black men online and this and that or whatever, and she twerking and she's saying the right stuff, and she y'all black men just want to do Netflix and chill, and she, and then her real self showed. Maybe she got daddy issues, maybe she got mama issues, I don't know. So if someone and I don't, like you say, just like you, Jack, I don't give a fuck about Tory, but an injustice is an injustice and it needs to be pointed out. You know what I'm saying?
It matters. It just matters.
Don't let your bias get away with your,
with your common sense and your judgment, because the truth is one day you might want for someone to look at something that's happening to you with a critical eye. What happens?
Yeah.
See, I know what it's like to be unfairly judged. I know what it's like for people to take their judgment and to take their bias. Like, I think the weirdest thing in the world for me is, when I think about the slander campaigns that have happened against me and all the stuff that has happened, to sit there and listen to these people spew and say the most hateful things about me, and then for me to ask this simple question: why? I didn't do anything to you. I didn't say anything about you. I don't even know you. So where is all of this hate coming from? Where is all of this vitriol coming from? It's one thing to be impassioned about a topic. It's one thing to be, to show, high energy about a belief or something that you see as an injustice. But when it gets to the point where you're just willing to condemn someone for nothing more than an opinion that's based on something that might not necessarily even be based in fact, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. So it's, for me, I have to be very careful, especially when it comes to the conversation around Tory Lanez. And I was not a Tory Lanez fan, not at all. Did I think he was talented? Did I enjoy some of the music from him that I heard? Absolutely. But I wasn't too hot on who he was, and I didn't really have a understanding of his character. And what I did, I thought it was pretentious. I thought it was goofy. I thought it was, like, what are you doing? Who are you hanging around? Who are these people? Like, why are you beating up on August Alsina? What are you doing with the Kardashians? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just basics, shallow surface judgments. But then when I saw this, and I'm like, I don't think people really understand. It's his persona that they used against him to sell the lie that they put on him. Because of all of those things that I just said, because he came off cocky, because he came off, a little this, a little that, right? That's what helped people embrace this lie that was put on him. And it's the same thing with me. People saw me online. They saw me high spirited. They heard me talking about their faves. They heard me saying this. They heard me saying that. They heard how impassioned I was. Oh, how dare she say that about Mary? How dare she say that about Joe? How dare she say that about Clive Davis? How dare she say that about Diddy? How dare she say that about Jay-Z? How dare, you know what I mean? Like it, they got caught up into that, and then people started selling that lie and selling that lie and selling that lie, and it was like, yeah, because she's a bad person because yeah. It's just the emotion. We get swayed by emotion. So yeah, no, for me, that's why my position is free Tory. May Tory be free. Keep Tory safe. May he experience no more harm in jail. Keeping him in prayer. Throwing out a tweet, let's pray harder. You know, justice for Tory. I can do these things, not as a fan, but as a human being. Because the one thing that I can appreciate about Tory Lanez, the one thing that we had in common is that we both wanted to be able to create freedom for artistry. And we wanted to be able to create freedom in how artists are able to make their money and monetize their work without it being stolen. Like in that, completely aligned. His crypto plan that he had set up, his blockchain plan that he had set up, that could have really changed a lot for a lot of artists and gave people the independent wealth that they need to not have to bow down to people like Clive Davis, to not have to bow down to people like Leor Cohen, to not have to bow down to people like, you know what I'm saying? Like it could have given them that. And that is actually the real reason why he was attacked.
Yeah.
Not for anything else. What is the real reason behind why I am attacked? Hearing that man speak last night and saying, "Thank you, Jack, for saving my life." The words you said saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I listened to you and it saved my life. And I was in some really sketchy situations. And I thought about the things that you said and I listened to what you had to say. And I moved around. And I'm okay. Like, I can understand why the industry would not want someone like me having that kind of influence to speak to young people, because I'm stealing victims away from them.
Yep. Jack, not to cut you.
Oh, please go ahead.
That look, and I'm sure you feel a particular way when you hear that, but trust me, that reverberates. A lot of people don't have a way of telling you that, but you've done that, and you've done good. That's good karma. Karma just basically means life work, y'all. So, and I say that because I was just thinking about I told you that's my boy, man. Ahmad, remember that song Back in the Day? And I met him when I was, leaving school, Compton High, my senior year, and he just said a few words to me, and that changed a lot. Just because I was just kind of confused about a lot of things on the spiritual, on the religion, all that good stuff, right? As a child, and he got me right. Just that conversation that he had, and I saw him years later. Yo, bro, and he's, oh man, yeah, I remember that, and because he was So, see, look, they don't want you, just like you said, they don't want you being able to have that type of impact and letting the youth really interact with real people. You're real because you've been in the industry, you've been through stuff, and even this online campaign that has been going on, you've been through a lot. They don't want you interacting, and that's why they're mad at you. Not only because you sassy black B word, right? That's what they will call you, or they will call Tory Lanez like a Sherman Hemsley. The word I was looking for was misandry. The young lady was presenting a lot of black misandry, and that just means the anti-male. They don't want Tory Lanez, this arrogant, almost like a Bunchy Carter. If y'all know who Bunchy Carter is, shout out to my people who know history, LA history. Bunchy Carter, he was like Malcolm in the hood in LA. Charismatic, smart. They don't need young boys seeing a bunch of Bunchy Carters. They don't need a lot of young people knowing what Tory did, and they don't want that. So therefore, Get that, ninja. You sassy black B word. We gonna humiliate you. That's. But like I said, what they say, they say God say do not put harm, don't touch my anointed, or don't harm my anointed, right?
Do my prophets no
Do
harm.
my prophets no harms, right? So they gonna figure it out. Like you better leave God people alone. Just let them rock out. You better.
Well, all we can all do is our part and pray that our affect can effect the world and the people in it. And that's that. So it's been a cool, chill Tuesday, guys. We've been here for a little bit. We dropped the link and nobody tapped, and we're cool with that. I don't know. I think it might be like final thought time. What about you?
Final thought.
Mhm.
All right, final thought. Yeah, let's switch it up.
Mhm.
Final thought. No. I like the Milli Vanilli conversation because I totally forgot about the Clive Davis situation. And again, shout out to Thought Crimes because of the D-Rug payola stuff and all that.
Mhm.
Like, I think I want to have another since there wasn't a whole lot going on this week, and everybody's mourning Clive. We
Are
probably
they
can
mourning Clive?
well, they're not really mourning, but you know what I'm saying. He's the topic of conversation. I wouldn't object to us just kind of maybe having a convo tomorrow about, because I wanted to tie in the Sam Cooke and that
Yeah.
side of the game.
There's
Even though
that
there was
aspect.
even though there was no connection between Sam Cooke and Clive, but the same type of people, like you mentioned, the mafia types, they were all around. And then we move up to, the Clarence Avants and the like you said, Diddy's dad, because people sleep. People be sleeping. Like,
Forgetting.
so my only final thought is, just you be hitting the nail on the head a lot of times, and just keep doing what you're doing, and I'm just here to produce. And
You do a lot more than that, but I appreciate you saying that. My final thought for today is when I woke up and I saw the news that Clive Davis had passed away, I took a deep breath in and I breathed out and I said, finally. We're going to see what's going to happen. Like right now, more than anything, that's where my curiosity is. What's going to happen to everyone that was attached to him? What's going to happen to everyone that capitulated? What's going to happen to everyone that was out to get him? What are his enemies about to do? I think we're about to see a really pivotal time in the entertainment industry as a whole. And I think we need to just pay close attention, because I think God has a plan. And I'm eager to see how this whole thing is going to unfold. So yeah, that's my final thought. Just when you think something ended, it might really be that something else is about to begin.
Yeah, the real revelation is about to begin. The real revelations.
Babylon is falling. Truth always prevails. It might take a while to show up, but when it does, it shows up bulletproof. So, that's probably the hardest part. Yeah, God's plan. God's plan, guys. So I'm, and not the one that Drake was talking about. But yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, well, I think you'll see a lot more conversations with us about that. Let's just watch this industry. I think, and look, let me say this before I go.
Mhm.
Because remember, Kendrick made that song "Watch the Party Die," right?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I'm not. Now that we really know what's up with that guy, I'm
It
not gonna go
feels
there.
no, but it honestly, when I go back to, I think we may need to take a deeper look and a deeper listen into that record because it feels like that song was more propaganda than it was prophecy.
Yeah, your girl Myrna's backstage. You wanna bring her up?
Sure, if you
But
button.
yeah, I'll bring her up. I was just gonna just basically say we're gonna watch the real. There's an opportunity for like real artistry though to really like bubble up and get like the real like underground. Because remember back in the day, remember you from the underground like me. You
Mhm.
remember?
I do.
Imagine if the real underground really like after Pac died and Biggie died. Imagine if it was just like like
If
we
they had
started like the
stepped in,
real underground would have just came up.
if the real hip hop culture
Real hip hop would have came
had
up.
taken the wheel.
Man, that's what I'm voting for. That's what I'm rooting for. That's all I want to say. What's up, Myrna?
Hello, hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, hey Myrna.
Man, I had to come up. I had to. How y'all doing?
We're doing great. How you doing today?
Yeah, hanging in here. Thank God. Yes.
Myrna sound like she can make some bomb ass oxtails, right?
Yeah, a little something, something. Yeah, I try to learn, because I didn't know how to cook for nothing back in the day. Yeah, so I wanted to comment on the last thing you said, Jack.
Mhm.
I've been wanting to come on, but I'm like, nah, but then I got the nerve, so I did. um, it's over. They could try, but it's over. And a lot of them know that. I feel, this is what I feel, my personal opinion, right?
Mhm.
I feel that they scared. They
Yeah.
know that this shit ain't right. And
Yeah.
they want to say something so bad, but they're afraid.
Indeed.
A lot of them, because they see the ship sinking down. I mean, they watching it, and like I put in the chat, look, all this money, right? Clyde Davis
Mm.
made all of it, stole, murked, allegedly,
Mhm.
right? Lied. So many people are not here allegedly because of something he did.
Mhm.
And look what happened. Everybody's happy because he passed. A lot of people are.
A
So
lot.
he has to, we gotta do the right thing. How you wanna be remembered, how you want your legacy. This is why you're here in this world. Like, make the right choice. And even if it's gonna get a little, hectic, it's so much better for you to just tell the truth and free yourself. Because I know a lot of you guys are like really, really, really upset, sad, and confused and scared. Free yourself, man. It's good to be, we broke out here, but we living a good life. Like, we're chilling. The worst problems that we regular people have is our rents. Our
That
rents,
Right.
our car note.
Right. We ain't got to
You
worry
guys
about
gotta
our souls.
watching like not only that, but like you can't even trust them. They can't even trust each other because they look what happened with Trump and the Obama situation the other day, a couple of days ago. They telling on each other. We out here watching and laughing. Everything is playing out to come out. Like, you can't hide. This is what we're here for. You gotta make a choice. We all gotta do it. So that's what I feel, Jack. So I don't know.
Myrna, when you come through, you always come through straight from the heart and straight from your soul, from your gut.
I
You don't
do.
pull no punches. And I think that's one of the things that I've always appreciated about you because
Thank
I
you.
know that you listen to the creator,
Yep.
that you feel you're not just out here living and hearing and seeing, but you're feeling. So thank
Yep.
you for coming up and sharing your heart like you always do. We have such great appreciation for you.
Thank
Yeah,
you
we
for always
appreciate you.
welcoming. Thank you for always welcoming. Yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do. And people need to stop listening to the delivery and listen to the message.
That part.
Because I have an attitude as well, and I'm not. I don't feel it's an attitude. I'm just straight to the point. You know,
Mhm. I'm
we
trying.
adults.
I'm working on trying to make the medicine go down easier because I don't want to chase people off, but I still am who I am, and it is what it is. And certain things require a blunt
Exactly.
approach.
Yeah, but it's too much nonsense going on. Like I am working on myself too. I mean, because we know how we could be, and a lot of people ain't. They not ready.
Mm.
So we do understand, but at the same time, people want to believe these lies, and we, like you said, it's a limitation to this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So yeah.
It is
But guys, thank you so much. Thank you for
absolutely.
popping up at nighttime, because sometimes I can't sleep, and there you are. So I thank you for that. This morning I was listening to, when you guys are upset, we upset,
Yeah.
because we know you guys are good people. So when they, like the other day with Odell, like nobody wants to see that. He don't
Oh,
do nothing wrong to nobody. He's
and
doing his
guess what?
job.
And you want
Come
to know
on.
what's great? And you want to know what's great? Don't nobody have to see it. Just ignore
Hmm,
it. We can ignore it. We can choose to ignore it. That's the funny
exactly.
thing. Like for me, I know why they're doing what they're doing.
Of course.
I get why they're doing what they're doing.
Oh, they
And
trying
at
to just get
the
a
end of
get
the
a
day,
reaction.
Excuse me.
yeah, they want a
Of
reaction.
course. It's
And
it's
yet
an attack. We
it
all
don't
know it's an attack.
and it don't change where we are. Does it stop us from doing what we're doing? We show up where we say we won't be. We do the things that we're supposed to do. We keep it moving. And I think that's the thing that keeps them, like, ooh, we got to find something. We got to find something. And it's just like,
God is over here fighting for us. They
I'll be
wasting their
dead on.
time.
I'll be dead on if I'm going to be worrying about what's coming out of the mouth of people that
Hmm.
I know lie for a living.
They just want your attention. That's
Oh,
all.
I know. I know.
That's it.
One of these
Hmm.
days, they're going to know what it feels like to have God's attention.
Hmm.
God have mercy on their souls when it gets to that day.
Mad
That's all
thirsty.
I can say. Ooh, child. But I
Hmm.
appreciate you, Myrna.
Thank you,
And
guys.
and we know, and we feel you. We feel all of y'all.
We with y'all.
Indeed.
All
So,
right. Thank you. See you later.
All right.
well, you want to take us on home?
Yep, we up out of here. That's it. We pretty much up out of here. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back though. Y'all know what it is. All right.
Peace.
Peace out.